Hey eBayers, it's Suzanne A. Wells. Thank you for coming back for another video. And this is a haul video. I've got 17 items, a combination of some that came from Goodwill and some that I got free. So I've got my list of items at the link below. You can go to Dropbox and download the list, and most of these are listed in my store already. That's why I don't take the time to show you the entire item in the video. I just want you to become familiar with these labels and know what to look for. But if you want to see the items on a mannequin displayed for sale, they are in my store, Atlanta Golf Shop, which the link to that is below also. So let's get started. The first item is an Adriana Papel black dress. And you'll see I'm a little injured. I wish I could say it was something heroic like rescuing puppies from a burning car, but it was actually, I was cooking bacon on a broiler pan, which is the best way ever to cook bacon. If you haven't tried it, you just use the broiler pan, 400 degrees, put as much bacon on there as will fit, and about 20 minutes, it's perfect. So anyway, I was taking the pan out of the oven and the grease spilled all over my arm, and it was second-degree burn, so it's pretty gross. But I'm good. It's just in a bad place, like when you're typing, or it's just kind of in a bad place, so I just keep it wrapped up. Plus, it's gross and I don't want to look at it. Anyway, so Adriana Papel, that's the label. This is a silk dress with black lace overlay. So it's a knee-length cocktail dress or formal event dress with sequins. I paid $7.40 for this. It was full price at Goodwill, and it's just beautiful with the sequins, and it's got a keyhole opening back. Just beautiful. Used condition, I paid $7.40. I put a price of $54 on it, so my profit would be $38.53 if it sold for that amount. Okay, the next item is this funky looking Anthropologie scarf. It's like, it could be worn over the head or just wrapped around the neck, but it's got this, it's kind of hard to see, it's got this metallic fiber woven into it with the fun sort of messy tassels at the bottom. And this is had the tag on it. So I just saw the tag hanging over from one of the top baskets. This was $2.06, and I put it up for $34. So my profit would be $26.87 on this one item. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's in my store, so you can take a look at that. And then this is a new brand for me. My daughter told me about. That's a hot thing because it comes from the UK, but it's ASOS, A-S-O-S, and they make maternity stuff. I'm not sure if it's just maternity or if it's regular clothing too, but it's kind of like Anthropologie where there's lots of different sub-brands, but that's what the main tag looks like. And this is a blue and white striped maternity dress. It's very clingy but stretchy, and it has kind of a nautical theme to it. So just kind of basic there. This was $7.40. I paid full price, and I put it up for $39.03. And so that would be $25.78 profit on this one item. Then we've got Athleta, which these tags are hard to see, but that's that. It's a stretchy knee-length, it's kind of athletic looking dress with a sort of a faux wrap design on the side there, and very stretchy, pretty color. This was $7.40. I put $34 on it, so profit would be $21.53 on this one item. It's really cute with cap sleeves, V-neck. I just thought that was cute. I know I need to stop saying cute. So somebody said we should make a drinking game. So you watch this video, and every time I say cute, everybody has to take a drink. So if you want to do that, go for it. Okay, then I'm doing these in alphabetical order. I have a magazine. So sometimes I go to the library and work because their internet is just super fast and I can just focus on what I'm doing without interruptions. You know how it is at home. You're like, oh, I got to unload the dishes. I need to do laundry. I have to do this or that. So whenever I'm there, I always look on their free cart to see what they have. And I look for unusual stuff. So this magazine with Hugh Jackman, the date is May of 2003. So it's 15 years old. It's in used condition, but it was free. So I grabbed that and looked that up, and they are on Amazon for about 20 bucks. So that's what I put on it, 20. And so my profit would be around $17 because it was free. So I never turn down free stuff. Sometimes I don't take the time to look it up right there. If it just looks unusual or interesting, I'll just take it with me and then research it. And if I don't want to use it, I'll either recycle it or donate it somewhere else. Okay, next item is the Chico's brand that we all know and love. And Chico's is another one where they have different lines. So it's not, you don't want to just buy every single Chico's thing you find. The Travelers does really well. And I find that the size 3s do very well. So depending on what it is, I usually pick up the size 3. So that's Chico's size 3. This is a very interesting cowl neck sweater with fringe. It's got the dolman sleeves. They're 3/4 sleeves. And just kind of interesting, fun little fringy there. I sold one of these around Christmas for $39. It was a cardigan, but kind of the same style. So this one was $6.35. I paid full price for it. I put $39 on it. So my profit would be $26.83 on this item. Okay, another magazine. We've got, this is called Cowboys and Indians. This is from October of 2003 with the handsome Kevin Costner on the front. This one was free. I did not see any of this specific issue on eBay or Amazon, so I put 25 on this because some collector might want it, Kevin Costner fan might want it, and it seems to be in brand new condition. So we'll see where that goes. And don't forget, I do my end of the month haul sales update videos. So you can see what actually sold that I've shown you in these videos. Those are a follow-up. So I have a playlist for those. So you can go back and look at what actually sold and for how much, if I took an offer, that kind of thing. Okay, next is a dress that I don't have because it already sold. The brand was called Isabella Sinclair, and that's an Anthropologie brand. You can go on my store and look at my feedback, and you'll see a link to the listing there. I can't put a link directly to it. Well, I could I'll put it under the video, but it won't be there forever. It only stays there for about 3 months. So if you're watching this way past the date of March 31st, 2018, that listing may not work. Anyway, it was $7.40, and I sold it for $55 in about 12 hours. And my profit on that item was $39.35, so that will be in my sales update video from March of 2018. So that just goes to show you, get it listed because somebody may have an alert and it could sell immediately, and that is exactly what happened. That one item paid for this entire haul. So like it when that happens. Okay, another free book from the library. This is really heavy. It's called Jane's Fighting Ships, and it's all about like Navy ships and stuff like that. Let me see if I can show you the inside. I mean, it's just old black and white pictures of Navy ships, and I have found that any type of memorabilia like that, Navy history, nautical stuff does pretty well. Now, that is a book, so I will definitely send that, put media mail as a choice on the shipping options. You can only use media mail for media. I'll do a video on that. If you're confused what media is, then you need to Google USPS.com, what is media mail? And that will be explained to you. Anyway, that book was free, and I got a good workout carrying it to my car and carrying it into my apartment, which is on the 4th floor. I put $30 on it, and my profit would be $25.50 after that sells. Okay, next item is another Anthropologie brand. I think, no, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. I usually list this one by itself, Judith March. So look in the notes below. I'll go back and check that and see if it's Anthropologie or not. There's just so many that are. I get them confused because I'm human and I can't remember everything either. But this is a really pretty, interesting, just basic khaki dress. It's a linen blend. It's got the nice pleated skirt on it. It's A-line, and it's got the padded bra, and the back is very interesting. It's cut out with a tie. So I would list this, as a cutout back dress. This would be really appropriate for a baby shower, bridal shower, luncheon, things like that. This was $7.40. I paid full price, and I put $59 on it because I have sold this brand repeatedly over the years for that price. So my profit would be $42.78 on this Judith March dress. Show you the tag one more time. Judith March. Okay. Now, next we have the Lafayette 148 skirt. This is a rather, I don't want to say high-end, but it's a pretty expensive brand. And you'll see suits in this brand, so look for that if you're into selling suits. A note on that, I don't like selling suits, men's or women's, or things with two pieces, just because everything has to fit or they're going to have it altered. And I have just found in the past that things sell better as separates. Now, the exception would be a St. John suit or a Chanel suit, something that's very high dollar and is that stretchy material, so it doesn't have to fit perfectly. But I don't sell men's suits because I tried for many years and I just couldn't get it to work because you can't tell if it's been altered. You can put the measurements on your listing. The inside of the jacket may say 40 regular, but it could have been altered, and it's just too many with the jacket and the pants, or for women, the jacket and the skirt or the pants. Everything has to fit, and I just found those were a high return rate. So if you're struggling with, do I sell a suit? Do I sell it separate? My experience is it does better if you sell things as separates. You have a better chance of that item fitting, or if they need to have it altered, it's just one piece, not two. So anyway, back to Lafayette 148. This was $3.18. It was half price. I'm going to put $45. I don't have this one listed yet. So it's a tweed kind of material. It's navy blue with pleats in the front, pockets, back zip. It's lined. It is a very nicely made suit, and I'm going to do some videos on how to tell a garment is well made and expensive without knowing the brand, because there are tailoring details to look for. So when you immediately feel an item, or you look at the seams, or you look at the zipper or the lining, you can tell, oh, this is high quality, I need to look it up. So those videos are coming. Okay, next is a pair of shoes. These are Land's End ballet flats. I picked these up because of the beautiful glitter and sequins on them. Normally I wouldn't buy this brand, but it was half price, so it was $3.18, and it's the shiny silver glitter sparkle stuff that shoes, for me anyway, do well when they're shiny and sparkly and glittery. So you just have to weigh a lot of different factors when you're buying stuff, and as you do this more and get more experienced, you're going to know what those factors are. What size is it? What line is it of that brand? Like Chico's has different lines. Ralph Lauren has different lines. You've got to know that, and you'll learn as you move along. What's it made of? What size is it? I already said that. And your experience with it. Some colors sell better than others. So it just takes a lot of practice and learning what works for you. And one thing I see a lot is these newer people going on Facebook or YouTube saying, what should I sell? What sells best? Well, if you ask 10 sellers, you're going to get 10 different answers because everybody has different things they like to work with, different experiences of what sell for them. So, you may be getting your inventory very cheap and you can offer lower prices than somebody who has to pay more for it, which means that other seller who has to pay more for their inventory isn't getting as many sales because their prices have to be higher. So there's all kind of factors in there. And this really is a trial and error business. You've got to just throw yourself to the wolves and just get out there and list things and get some experience to see what works. Okay, speaking of Ralph Lauren, I have a beautiful black label. And I have a video on the different Ralph Lauren labels. So check out that link above because there's a hierarchy of Ralph Lauren. Not everything's worth the same. Not everything's made the same. And the labels look different. So this black label is one of the highly coveted, more expensive lines at the very top that is worth a lot of money. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's just a V-neck sleeveless dress. It's long. Nothing fancy about the back. Again, this is listed in my store, so you can go take a look at it on a mannequin and see what it looks like. It's lined, it's wool, it's like a gabardine material. This was $7.40. I put $99 on it, and I have sold Ralph Lauren Black Label in the past for more than $100. So I'm ready to wait for that right buyer to come along. My profit on that would be $76.78. Here is another Anthropologie brand. It is called Sleeping on Snow. And you'll notice that these Anthropologie tags are often just very simple like this. It's a little white tag with small writing on it. That's it. So this is a very pretty light blue cardigan, zip front. It's a wool blend, I believe. And it's just a very pretty pattern with the sort of open crochet type pattern on it. Zip front cardigans often do better than button front. So as soon as I saw this, zip front, it's Anthropologie, it's got wool in it, it's a pretty color. That was a no-brainer. So this was $6.35. I paid full price. I put $69 on it, and I have sold many Anthropologie brands for that price. So my profit would be $52.33. Okay, here is another interesting brand that you may not know about. It's called Topshop, and I believe this comes out of the UK simply because it has UK sizing on it. But you got to see this one on the mannequin. It's got these cutout sides, which that's exactly what it's called, cutout waist. Long sleeve, stretchy t-shirt kind of material, cotton spandex, and it does have the tag on it. So in this case, I took the tag off, cleaned this with Dry L in the dryer. That's the best way I've come up with to somewhat sanitize thrift store clothing that's new with tag without washing it, because if you wash it, it's not going to be new anymore. You're welcome to comment below on your, ethical standpoint if you think my moral compass is off doing that. But my feeling is if I take these items that have been in the thrift store next to other items that are not clean, not new, have been worn, have body oil, have grease, have who knows what on them, put this in the dryer with Dry L and somewhat sanitize it, I'm making it really better than it was when I found it, because Dry-L doesn't do anything to it. It doesn't make it look used. It hasn't been worn. And then you get a $6 tagging gun from wherever, Amazon, Walmart, you can get them anywhere. And you put the tag back on. And I'm here to tell you that this happens in retail all the time. People will buy stuff, they'll bring it back. Oh, this doesn't look worn. Let's just stick the tag back on and put it on the floor. This happens all the time, and I guarantee you, if you've bought anything in a retail store over your life, Macy's, Walmart, Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, all the way up to the highest level of department stores, all the way down to Walmart, you've probably bought something that's been returned and retagged. So if you think that items in retail stores are any better, cleaner than what's in a thrift store, you are sadly mistaken. If you don't believe me, go get a part-time job at a department store that sells clothing and watch what happens. See what goes on in the back. See how they store the clothing. And the back is, you may even see rats in there. Who knows? So, I'm very comfortable with this process of taking a new with tag item, removing the tag, using Dry-L in your dryer for 10 or 15 minutes to at least heat it and kill whatever might be on it, and retag it. I welcome your comments on that. I would love to have a discussion if you feel that my moral compass is off, because I don't want to wash it. It won't be new with tag anymore if you wash it. But those of you who have worked in retail, please chime in, because you know what goes on there. You know what you find in the dressing rooms, and it goes back to the register area, whatever, and they just retag it, stick it on the rack. Stuff gets returned, gets retagged, stuck on the rack. All these employees are preached to about shrink, which is loss, theft. We have to make sure we sell as much as we can. We don't want to throw things away. It may go on a damaged rack and get marked down, but stuff that you buy in retail stores is really not that clean. So if you're not washing your clothes that you buy retail that you think are brand new, you may want to do a little research on that and change your routine there, because there's all kind of stuff in retail stores too. So that's enough of that. Anyway, this dress, did I say? I put $69 on it, and so my profit would be $51.28. Okay, and then I have a couple more magazines. This is a magazine called Total Film. I'll put the same price on both of these. So one is X-Men, and this was printed in England, and this was printed in May of 2003. So I put 25 on this one, and then this one is Angelina Jolie for Tomb Raider, and this one was, what year is this? September of 2003. So these are 15 years old, and they feel brand new. So they look brand new, and that's another point I like to make is, how do you know if you find something in a thrift store, or in this case, on a library free rack, should you put new or used? Well, it's all about what your buyer's going to think. Does your buyer think it's going to look new? If you think it looks new and you think your buyer will think it looks new, then say it's new. If not, then don't say that. If there's any doubt that the item does not look new, then don't say that. But it all comes down to, is your buyer going to file an item not as described? Are they going to be happy with the item? There's no, eBay police that's going to say, oh, that item isn't new. You can't say that. It's the buyer that's going to say it. So use your best judgment on that. List your items in a way that you're not going to get item not as described cases. You're not going to get bad feedback. Do whatever you can to prevent those returns, because you want to keep their money, and you want them to be happy. So use your best judgment. There's no standard to measure most things against. Now, books, coins, stamps, record albums, even dolls, those categories have grading systems where you grade something based on very specific criteria. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about clothing and shoes and the basic junk in the back of thrift stores, where you have to make that determination: is this new or is this used? So just use your best judgment. Okay, so that is the end of my stuff. In a nutshell, it took me 2 hours to find those items, 2 hours to get them listed. So that's a 4-hour time investment. My total profit, projected profit, is $561.44. So that comes out to $140.36 per hour for this batch of work. Now some people argue, that's not right. You can't say that because, it really takes longer. Well, no, it doesn't. But I don't do this 24 hours a day. So I'm not making $140 an hour all day, every day for 8 hours. I'm looking at my time investment on this work, on this batch, to see, what my hourly rate is. And I guarantee you that you can get your hourly rate up. Some of you have got to let go of this feeling that you have to be busy all the time, because you can either be busy, listing stuff that's going to sell for $3 profit, or you can take your time and find those more expensive items, and your time is spent looking and finding rather than just listing like a mouse on a wheel, just going all the time. Because I'm here to tell you that you're going to burn out if you do that. It's very hard to maintain that level of work for years. That's why so many sellers get to the point where they slow down and they look for higher profit items. I love this business and I would love to do it 24 hours a day. I can't. I have other things to do. I have other ways I make money. So as you refine your business, you want to think about how you are spending your time. What is your hourly rate? And some of you folks out there that I have talked with, or you're new, and I look at what you're doing, and you're making less than minimum wage doing this. So you've got to change something if you want to make more money. So it's all about quality, not quantity. And you have to do things mindfully. You have to think about your processes. Think about what you're doing. How does this come out on the other end, on the bottom line? How much money are you making per hour for your time investment and the work you're doing? So anyway, that is the end. Would love your comments below on any of this information. And thanks so much for watching. Have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.